my student loans, and my mom offered me a place to live, and she said that she wanted to make up for giving me such a shitty childhood. Should have known it was a setup, but I asked my brother, I was like, hey, are things good? And he was like, yeah, everything's good, and I moved in. That was on me. Found out after like a week of being there that they were $3,500 behind in rent, and they were about to be evicted, and that if I didn't pay it, everybody was going to be homeless. They basically guilt-tripped me, made me feel like it was my fault that my brothers were going to be homeless, and I was like, well, I do have savings, like, I have enough to pay it off. I cleared out my whole savings account to pay their overdue rent. 1 week later, exactly on my payday, my dad comes into my closet of a room and starts asking me about rent again, and I'm like, I just paid the overdue rent, like, we're not due till next month, like, what are you talking about? And he starts cussing me out and telling me that I just need to leave. I just need to pack my stuff and get his house. My brother helps me, and he goes downstairs and gets garbage bags. Mind you, everybody would be homeless in the house if it wasn't for me. They don't really care that I'm going anywhere or anything bad could happen to me, or that I'm about to be homeless. They didn't give a about all of that. All they cared about was their free piggy bank was leaving. My mom got so mad that my brother gave me garbage bags that when I left, she changed the Wi-Fi password and only gave it to my other brother. So the brother that gave me the trash bags went and took the entire Wi-Fi box and said, if I'm not getting the Wi-Fi, then nobody's getting it, because what you guys just did to my sister was up. And my mom was like, you're not getting it. And she sent my other brother upstairs to go get it. They get into a giant fist fight that was so bad, my mom couldn't break it up, so she had to call the cops. My other brother, because I have 3 of them, the one that's a bum, calls me and he's like, you need to get here right away. So I'm thinking my mom had a heart attack or something. I'm like, okay. Rush over to the house, and one of my brothers is banging his head in the back of a police car, like literally hitting his head on the window. I still have no idea what's going on. I walk into the house and my mom just starts rushing me. There's an island between us because she knew better than to get in my face, and she was like, you did this. This is all your fault. And I'm just like, I don't even know what happened. You guys called me here. And she's like, you need to get out of my house and take him with you. So I take my brother Miles and we leave. We go to my hotel, and I'm just thinking, oh great, now I'm responsible for him too, and I'm homeless. The next day, mind you, I've had my brother for 1 day. The police show up and, like, behind me while I'm driving, pull me over, take my brother into custody, and he says he'd rather go into juvenile custody than go with my parents. There's more to the story, but I'm just trying to cut it short. My parents are sitting there, like, laughing and giggling, and then I'm informed that they filed an emergency restraining order and said that I kidnapped the brother that they literally told me to take. And both of my jobs received the pending restraining order because it was an emergency restraining order, and they said that when we went to court, which there was a 2-week court date, that if she got the permanent one, they were both going to have to let me go. So I was now homeless, sleeping in my car because of my mom, with no savings, and about to lose my job and my entire career that I had went to school for. Thanks to my mom and her selfishness, because she cared more about pills than me. So obviously, I spiraled out of control. I ended up having a Grippy Socks vacation because I just couldn't handle it. It was so much stress, it was so much pressure, and I just couldn't believe that, like, my mom wanted me to have nothing. Like, you wanted to take everything away from me and everything I worked so hard for just because you're an addict. Sorry. It was such a dark time in my life. Like, this is still a really sensitive spot for me because I had so many people turn their backs on me when I could no longer, like, go out and pay for dinner. A bunch of my friends turned on me and were really me, and my family turned their backs on me. Everybody in my family turned their backs on me. Nobody helped me. So I was just left in the dark, and I felt like I had nothing and nobody and no future because I had worked so hard in school. I put myself through school. Nobody helped me with that. I did that all on my own. Thankfully, when court came, the judge shot through the bullcrap, and he literally called my brothers out for my mom coaching them, and they called my mom sad and pathetic, and I won the restraining order. I then went to the Steve Wilkos show and contacted them and asked for them to give us a lie detector test and to put us on the show. Production got back to us immediately and was willing to have us on the show. They called my sister, confirmed everything. They were ready to fly us out and book us tickets. They just wanted to talk to my mom. So they called my mom, right? Everything was terrible, and she feels so bad, and she doesn't want to go on the Steve Wilkos show because she knows that she was a bad mom and that she really regrets her decisions. These are the sprees. I actually don't know what kind of candy this is. I've literally never had this before. I told you guys how I got kicked out of my school after 3 girls jumped me, and the reason why they didn't get any repercussions is because they didn't do it on school grounds. So they did not punish them because they didn't jump me on school grounds. So even though they busted my head open with railroad rocks, it didn't matter. And I'm the only one who got in trouble because I attacked them on school grounds, and I will do it again. That year really, like, mentally changed me. So when I went to my school the next year, I tried to portray, like, this tough persona of, like, I just got kicked out of my last school for fighting. I'm really not. And I thought that that would kind of protect me, and for the most part it did. I made a lot of friends that year, and I didn't get bullied except by one girl who hated my guts. And I found out later it was because her boyfriend had made a comment about me being cute. There's a lot of, like, he said, she said said, going back and forth, like, people would come to me and be like, oh, she said this about you, she said that about you, and I'm just like, I don't care what the about me. Like, she didn't say it to me, so I don't care. But then, one day when she was in front of my locker, making out with her boyfriend and would not move from in front of my locker, like, I'm going to try and get in my locker, I'm about to be late, and I'm going to get a write-up for being late to class, and this girl is making out with her boyfriend in front of my locker. She wouldn't move, so I just yanked her back by her ponytail and started whooping her. She's on the ground, I'm ding, 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 and her boyfriend pushes me, and I fly, like, halfway across the room because he was huge. So I stood up, like, I'm not thinking that this dude could lay me out. I run at him as fast as I can with all the momentum, and I just shoved him, and he fell back against the locker and hit the back of his head on one of those big locks. It busted his head open. I got expelled. This is the Mike and Ike Mega Mix. Now at this point, I've been kicked out of 2 schools for fighting, so I get put in alternative school. And guess what happens at alternative school? The first week of being there. I have to get up and stand in line at the teacher's desk to get our assignments because it was like every other person would have a different test so that the person next to you would have a different one so that nobody could cheat off of each other because these are all the bad kids, okay? So I'm standing in line, and then I just feel a sharp pain in like my back lower side, and I turn around, I'm like, what the f? I just start cussing this girl out because she stabbed me. She stabbed me, and I couldn't even like vocalize what had just happened to me, so I'm just freaking out, and the security guard just immediately snatches me up like I'm just freaking out for no reason. I lift up my shirt and show him there's a giant bruise. This stabbed me with an unsharpened pencil. She doesn't even know me. Did it for no reason. It's starting to sound like jail, but we would get 30 minutes of like outside time because they really wanted to rehabilitate us and like have us be able to socialize with other people, and they would like take notes on if you were good or not. So they would also alternate the kids so you could never plan a fight because again, these are the worst of the worst kids. See the girl that stabbed me with the unsharpened pencil, I'm looking around, the security, the teachers aren't really paying attention, so I run up on her. I ended up on top of her, and she's face down in the grass, and I told her if she ate the grass that I'd get up off of her and I'd forgive her for stabbing me. So she ate a little chunk of grass, and I still kind of feel bad about it. Sour Patch Kids. I did the whole year with only 1 infraction for making the girl eat grass, so I got to go to a new school, a normal school, except for one girl hated my guts. Again, I hadn't even been in my new school for 2 days yet, and this girl had already decided that she hated me. She was calling me shark teeth, ghetto, saying that you had to be careful in the locker room changing around me because I liked girls, which she was ugly, she wasn't my type. Me and Moon had gym class together, and it was dodgeball day, so I made sure to target everybody but her, because at the very end of dodgeball, if there's just 2 people left, you can cross the court. At the very end, it's just me and her, and everybody in gym class is watching, and I know they're all watching, so I'm here to give them a show. I pick up 2 dodgeballs in both hands because they both were on my side, so there was no dodgeball for her, and I start chasing her, and she's like, no! I hit her as hard as I could in the back of the head with the dodgeball, and she flew face first into the gym floor. Everybody was laughing except for the gym teacher, who kicked me out immediately. And he passes out! He stayed all night on the couch, passed out with this hairy crumb on his lip. And these are the sour punch bites. It's no secret that I hated my grandfather, but my brothers hated him too. So we would plot together. We knew he had church, but in the morning he would garden, so he would go outside, and he also liked to tan and sit in the sun, and he would wear khakis. So me and my brothers got a bunch of sap on a stick, and the brother that he liked, we had him go up as a distraction and talk to him, and then we put a sap stick under his ass, so he sat on the sap stick, and it looked like he had a shark stand all the way up. And he went to church like that, he went to the store like that, and then when he finally got home, my grandma was like, did you have an accident? Just remember, if you think you're petty, there's always somebody that's pettier. And these are the Sour Peach Rings. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more. I love doing them. Candy trauma salad, but it's all the times I got revenge on my abusive family. My parents were drug addicts, which meant that we constantly didn't have a place to live. And when we didn't, we would either be living in a hotel, living in our car, or living at the homeless shelter, or living in my grandma's basement. It was not a normal living situation. My grandma hated us bad. Me and my 3 brothers were not allowed to go upstairs unless we had permission. Parents left, they didn't tell us when they were coming back, and we didn't know when they were coming back. And we were hungry. We hadn't had anything to eat all day long. My 8-year-old brother decides that he's gonna sneak upstairs and get a snack. Within seconds of him going upstairs, I hear, but I will never love you. You're weird and you're a freak. I don't think he'll complain when he gets me in the shit. Ayana! That's it! I'll put you in your place! Come at me. That's why I will never love you. You're weird and you're a galaxy. Come on, guys. Let's make sure we hit the goal, okay? Nobody's donating anything.
Every night, the father used frozen fish bladders to shape his 2 daughters' breasts, to make them round and firm. Then he made them sleep in lead corsets.
Whoa, are we in the back rows? This is so cool! Shut up, nerd. thinks you're ugly too because everybody always says that we look alike. Wait, shut up. What is that noise? Ugly looks just like you. What's happening? Dang it! Oh, loser! You gonna leave me here? I'm telling Mom! Dang it, you better not tell. Come on, hurry! Whoa, are we in the back rooms? This is so cool! Many of you asked me if I would make you an alarm trauma candy salad, except for all the times I got revenge on my abusive family. Keep in mind I was very young. You cannot hold this against me, but it was picture day. My hair had enough grease to start some french fries because I hadn't washed it in like 3 days. Usually my mom would go to the Dollar Tree and get us the $1 bottle of VO5 shampoo, and me and my 3 brothers would share that one shampoo bottle until she would buy us a new one. So we were consistently out and would have nothing. So when picture day came around and my hair was all greasy, I'm thinking, crap, what am I gonna do? My mom has a secret stash of Redken shampoo and conditioner. So I'll just take it and I'll use a really small amount and I'll put it back exactly as it was and she won't even know, right? Wrong! I get home from picture day and my dad's waiting with the belt like, oh, you took your mama's stuff, you stole your mama's stuff, you think you can just take whatever you want? And whoops my ass. So I got my whooping, I'm just looking at her like, okay. So, wait. I was so mad afterwards. I was like, how can I make sure this never happens again? Oh yeah, she's got Nair, took the Nair, emptied it in her shampoo bottle, all her hair fell out, problem solved. You don't need that shampoo and conditioner anymore because you don't have any hair. And I brought the mic and I what? My grandma was evil. She would create problems so that she would have an excuse to punish me. I'll give you an example. She would make foods that she knew I didn't like, so she had an excuse to punish me. And she did this regularly, so I eventually caught on and I came up with a plan. She made gumbo. Her gumbo was nasty. It had no seasonings and it tasted like dishwater because I love a good gumbo, but not my grandma's. My grandma makes me a giant bowl of gumbo and I'm just looking at it like, ugh, knowing that it's disgusting. And then she walks out of the room and I'm just like, this is my time to shine. There was tissue and a cap at 17, and then a month later my dad did the exact same thing and told me with 1 day's notice to take care of my brothers who were 16 and 17 years old. And I knew that he was moving states away to go move in with his ex-high school girlfriend. Mind you, he's like 46 years old at this point. Like, are you for real? Maybe the person I am, I obviously messaged the girlfriend and I'm like, hey, do you know that he's a bum and that he was getting kicked out of the apartment and that's why he's moving in with you, not because he actually cares about you and likes you, it's because he was getting kicked out, and that he also abandoned his 2 sons, and that he's an abusive and that he's not rich like he told you he is, and she dumped him and kicked him out and he was homeless and had to go move in with his dad. These are the airhead extremes because I'm petty to the max. I've already told this line, but I'm going to tell it again because it's just such a great revenge story. So we did not have running water, and my brother decided to take cat poop and put it under my pillow and under my bed, so my sheets and my pillow stunk like cat poop and caffeine. So I took those same turds that he put under my pillow and I put them in his mouth because...
Quick, why should someone work with a home loan officer? You have 10 seconds, go.
Somebody asked me if I could make them a voicemail. Hello, you've reached Michelle Roaches. Now, if you're calling thinking it's the last person, it's not. I done got me a new doohickey, and this is Michelle Roach's number now. P.S. If this is a podiatrist calling about my foot fungus, go ahead and send me an email. Somebody asked me if I could make them a voicemail. Morning. Don't you guys remember what today is? I don't know, Wednesday. Today's my birthday? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. 1 year later. Happy birthday. We got a surprise for you. Come on. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Is this cat poop? You thought you were getting something? I hate you guys. That's why I did it, because you're ungrateful. 1 year later. Happy birthday. Thanks. Well, you know, times has been hard, but I was able to put together enough money to make you a cake. So come on down and let's sing happy birthday and make a wish, Ollie.
Really? Thanks so much. I'm coming right now.
All right, everybody, come on now. We're going to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now blow them out, make a wish. Oh, don't be a big cry. 1 year later. Have any special plans for your birthday tomorrow?
No, my birthday isn't special. I don't celebrate it.
Of course your birthday is special. It's the day you were born.
It's just not special for me.
Well, I think your birthday's special and should be celebrated.
It's not, but thanks.
Later that day.
Hi.
Happy birthday, friend.
You deserve it. Even though things suck right now, they can always get better in the future. Trust me.
Morning. Don't you guys remember what today is?
I don't know, Wednesday.
Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
What?
Whatever your reason is for searching.
Hi, can we fidget trade? Of course you can. Okay, first I'm gonna add this rare dumpling, and then I'm gonna add this make your own dinosaur slime, and then I have this ultra rare bluey Nido. Tell you what, I'm gonna give you the exact same dumpling in a different color, and one of these ball thingies, and a calm strip. Can you add, please? No, because, like, I'm already giving you everything of, like, equal value, so I just kind of, like, don't feel like it would be fair. But I'll tell you what, I'll add a calm strip. So they have 2 calm strips. Do you agree? Okay. I accept. I accept you. I don't know how much this is worth. Hi, can we fidget trade?
I just want a bitch that I can chase around the house. I'm gonna get you. I'm running from this dick boo. Fucking on the shit suit. Bitch, you gon' hit who? Bitch, you gon' hit who? I just want a bitch that I can chase around the house. I'm gonna get you. I'm running from this dick boo. Fucking on the shit suit. Bitch, you gon' hit who? Bitch, you gon' hit who? I just want a bitch that I can chase around the house. I'm gonna get you. I'm running from this dick boo. Fucking on the shit.
So somebody was talking crap about the wall behind me with the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff and the books and the breads, and I'm going to explain the shelf to you behind me. Now what you can't see is on the lower shelf there is a blue piggy bank that started it all. So this blue piggy bank is one of the only gifts I have from my family, specifically from my grandma. I was purposely disincluded by my mom, my dad, and my grandma. They would make me watch everybody in my family celebrate birthdays, including theirs, and then when mine would come around, they would forget my birthday or purposely not include me. One year, my grandma realized that everybody, including my mom and dad, had forgotten my birthday, and I had tried to dress up and, like, look cute and wear a little dress and be really nice to everybody, because I just wanted them to say happy birthday to me. I was, like, 13 or 14 years old. I was really young. And, my grandma realized that I was really sad because I was like, oh, thank you, and just like now, my tears were streaming out of my face, so my grandma went upstairs, and I remember hearing her talk about going to the Dollar Tree in the morning because she needed a piggy bank for herself, but she secondhand gifted me this piggy bank because she felt bad for purposely not including me after years of doing it. It finally hit her when she had to look me in the eyes while I was crying on my birthday, because usually she would just ignore me on my birthday, so having to see me in person, I guess, made her feel bad. So it was one of the only times my grandma ever felt bad. So this piggy bank is really old, and it doesn't even have a little lid at the bottom, and it's still full of change that I put in there when I was really young. But I had it sitting on my shelf, and my friends and my family were like kind of depressing that the only thing I had on the shelf was a gift from people who didn't care about me or appreciate me. So everything on the shelf is things that my family and my friends have bought for me to show me that they love me and they care about me and they know me. Every single book, every figurine, every plushie, every doll. I actually have a lot more, but it was a way to show that they love and appreciate me. It was really hard growing up watching my brothers and even my sister, who's 5 years older than me, get like a birthday cake and presents, and then my birthday would come around and everybody would just forget it, or they would do nothing for me, or they would give me a gag gift and torture me on my birthday, or slam a cake in my face, or put hot dogs in my cake. Like, my parents and my family literally went out of their way to make me suffer and struggle on my birthdays, and I didn't think, for the longest time, I didn't even think I would make it to 18. It was really hard because I didn't have a support system, but I kept going. And now I get to help other people feel really good about themselves and their body, and I'm just so thankful to be here today.
and be able to share these stories with you guys and like show you that someday you could have a wall full of things that people bought for you because they love you and they know you. There's like 50 fucking books here. There's a bunch of figurines and stuffed animals that you can't see, but I'm gonna put up a second shelf. So if you want to make fun of me and call me cringe, I don't care. I'll be cringe, but you know what? At least I have loved ones and I have people who care about me, and if you're sitting there nitpicking me, you probably don't have any. Okay, so somebody was talking crap about the wall behind me with the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff and the books and the breads, and I'm going to explain the shelf to you behind me. Now what you can't see is on the lower shelf there is a blue piggy bank that started it all. So
Oh, so you agree?
Yeah. No more talk because my sister is right behind you.
Cam!
What?
I was sneaking up on him, you stupid bitch.
Hey.
Oh, so you agree?
I'm not gonna pull out a ukulele and cry, but I'm also not gonna tell you guys that I'm sorry, because I'm not. I mean, at least with the fake crying in the ukulele, you could say they tried to show they were remorseful. Funky Frogmate just said, here, damn, take it. I don't know about y'all, but my first instinct when somebody I don't know is accused of being racist is to believe whoever says it. So in their apology video, they literally say they're still gonna support Gooseworks, showing that they're racist and they enjoy harm to women. You guys all forgot, but let me remind you that Funky Frogmate actually stood up for Stancy when she made that really racist comedy skit. Please don't look her up and give another racist views. You're giving them money. Let me explain to you what she did. Stancy made a comedy skit where she said a bunch of racial slurs and then tried to make it sound like it was about robots. And it's very obvious that she had to sit there and think of racial slurs because Wireback, they had given a real, genuine apology and never stood up for Stancy, I would totally believe them not being racist, but at some point, when you stick up for racists repeatedly, that is a pattern of behavior and that's your character. And for all the people in the comments who look like me and are saying, oh, I accept the apology isn't for you. I'm not gonna pull out a ukulele and cry, but I'm also not gonna tell you guys that I'm sorry, because I'm not. I mean, at least with the fake crying in the ukulele, you could say they tried to show they were remorseful. Funky Frogmate just said, here, damn, take it. I don't know about y'all, but my first instinct when somebody I don't know is accused of being racist is to believe whoever says it. So in their apology video, they literally say they're still gonna support Gooseworks, showing that they're racist and they enjoy harm to women. You guys all forgot, but let me remind you that Funky Frogmate actually stood up for Stancy when she made that really racist comedy skit. Please don't look her up and give another racist views. You're giving them money. Let me explain to you what she did. Stancy made a comedy skit where she said a bunch of racial slurs and then tried to make it sound like it was about robots. And it's very obvious that she had to sit there and think of racial slurs because Wireback, they had given a real, genuine apology and never stood up for Stancy, I would totally believe them not being racist, but at some point, when you stick up for racists repeatedly, that is a pattern of behavior and that's your character. And for all the people in the comments who look like me and are saying, oh, I accept the apology, trauma candy salad, except this time, it's just me. Don't worry, my sister just had a baby, she's a little busy. So my mom was diabetic, and whenever she was mad at me, my dad, or my siblings, she would purposely induce a diabetic attack and then not take her insulin, and then she would say, just let me die in the basement. In the room that me, my three brothers, my dad, and my mom all shared. So she wanted to die in the room that we all still would have had to sleep in. So I would have to call 911 and tell them that, hey, my mom's having an attack. And there were plenty of times where I also had to give her the insulin. And these are sour gummies. My dad was a crackhead and he would rob his own house. One time he stole everything. He stole the beds, he stole the toaster, and he stole these slippers off of the porch, and they had dog on them. And I got the sour punch buddy. I found a super one. My grandma was a horrible, but you know who was worse? Her cat. My grandma overfed her cat so much. I mean, he was big as hell. She overfed him so much that he got diabetes. And then she had the audacity to make me help her. You know what this cat's name was? Mr. Bratty Britches. Do you know why his name was Mr. Bratty Britches? Because he would bite everybody, including her. These are the Mike and Ike watermelons. If you like green apple and you like sour, you're gonna love these. One time my mom slapped me because I called her out for spending the money that my grandma gave her on, and she slapped me, so I shoved her across the room, and she proceeded to pretend to have a heart attack, and then my dad and my brothers attacked me. And I brought these Sour Patch Kids. Get out of there! This one was kind of recent. I had a conversation with my mom, and she told me that my sister is her favorite, and that she'll always have a bond with my sister that me and her will just never have, and that she loves my sister the most, and it's not my fault, but her and my sister just have a bond that we'll never have, and that made me really sad for some reason. Even though I don't like my mom or care to have a relationship with her, it made me really sad. But then I thought about it and I was like, actually, I get that. That's so real, because I like my sister so much more than her, and I will never have the relationship I have with my sister with my mom. So I totally get it. And these are the freeze-dried Jolly Ranchers. These are very weird. I didn't know they looked like this, so let's try it. Your son in a year. Don't touch me, but change, man. I'm ready to settle down. I wasn't ready for the family thing before, but I'm ready now. And I'm a good dad if you'll let me be. Well, I got over us a long time ago. I don't want you back. Okay, so you're just gonna be better. Fine, I can't wait till someday when our son grows up and you have to tell him that you didn't want our family together. No, when he's old enough, I'll tell him the truth. Dad, who tried to keep his family together. So you got a new tattoo instead of wolf? Yeah, I got 3 wolf tattoos because I'm the alpha. You know what it is. So great. Do you mind if I take a picture? I knew you wanted me back. Go ahead. Thanks. I'm sending it to our lawyer. Wow, I don't want you back anyway because you're a You're just been sweet buddy. Mom. Mom, that's me. You remember the bracelet, right? The year that I returned, I made a pair. One for you and then one for Anna. They're exactly the same. How could you be so vicious? Hiding a blade in that bracelet? You hurt your sister. Oh, no, I didn't, I swear. And then how you explain that cut on her hand? Hey, we got a very special visitor coming, and I gotta brush your man's head. It hurts. Can't you just put it in your ponytail? You want to look your best for the nice, important people, right? Yes. You don't want to be difficult for mommy. Okay, let's brush it. Oh, it's not that bad. Stop being dramatic. Well, this is taking too long. I don't have time for this. What are you doing? You want me to keep brushing? It's not that bad. It's so unreal! Stop all your crying, Dora the Explorer, if I give you a reason to cry. Don't give me that look, babe. You left me no choice because you wouldn't let me brush it. You better be on your best behavior, babe. Don't you love your life? Good afternoon. Hello, welcome. Hey, babe. We got a very special visitor coming, and I gotta brush your man's head. It hurts. Can't you just put it in a ponytail? You want to look your best for the nice, important people, right? Yes. You don't want to be difficult for mommy. Okay, let's brush it. Oh, it's not that bad. Stop being dramatic. But this is taking too long. I don't have time for this. What are you doing? You want me to keep brushing? Okay. It's not that bad. It's so unreal! Stop all your crying, Dora the Explorer, if I give you a reason to cry. Don't give me that look, babe. You left me no choice because you wouldn't let me brush. You better be on your best behavior, babe. Don't you love your life? Good afternoon. Hello, welcome. Hey, babe. We got a very special visitor. I gotta brush your man's head. It hurts. Can't you just put it in a ponytail? You want to look your best for the nice, important people, right? Yes. You don't want to be difficult for mommy. Okay, let's brush it. Oh, it's not that bad. Stop being dramatic. But this is taking too long. I don't have time for this. What are you doing? You want me to keep brushing? It's not that bad. It's so unreal!
Like it. Well, go put that pizza in the oven, bitch. I'm hungry. Ow. Like it.
Forget it. I can't put on necklaces. They're too long. I just dropped all my jewelry on the fucking floor. So mad right now.
Doing my makeup. That didn't happen. Morning. Asking my son to finish. I hate my. Asking my.
Take potatoes, baby.
How are you gonna take me to court if you don't even see your son? We'll see how funny it is when I take full custody of our son. Really? How old? See, this is the kind of we're talking about. When we go to court, I hope we get a man judge because he's gonna sympathize with like you. We both know this isn't about our son. It's about your ego and your new girlfriend. If I get full custody, me and my new girlfriend are gonna take him, move to a new state. You're never gonna see him again. I'll see you. We are here today because the father has petitioned for full custody rights. Yes, Your Honor, I said hat, no hats. Okay, in your petition you say that she's a reckless and dangerous mother and that she's prevented you from seeing your son. Can you tell me how? Your Honor, 10 years ago she was on leave and she went butt naked in a cornfield. He put lead in my drink. They put it in there and told you it was in there. You did it! You did that, Your Honor. That's an admission. All right. That's enough out of both of you. When is the last time you've seen your son, Mr. Thomas? It's been a while, Your Honor, because she prevents me from seeing him. Cope. Or you cope. I apologize, Your Honor. I just hate him. When's the last time you've seen your son? Hasn't been that long. About 16 months. You have court-ordered weekend visits, but you haven't seen your son in a year. Yeah, she stops me from seeing him. Ma'am, do you prevent him from seeing his son? We have a court-ordered agreement, and he's supposed to come at a certain time, and he never does. He's always got an excuse, and I have a bunch of screenshots of him giving me excuses right here. Okay. She's creating a hostile work environment. Every time I'm supposed to see my son, it's, oh, you didn't pay child support. Oh, you didn't come in a year. Oh, you're a bum. You haven't seen your child in a year. You seriously thought I was going to take him away from the only parent that he knows. What about me? Don't I get to be a dad? Make an effort, Mr. Thomas. How are you going to take me to court if you don't even see your son? We'll see how funny it is when I take full custody of our son. Really? How old is he? See, this is the kind of we're talking about. When we go to court, I hope we get a man judge because he's going to sympathize dealing with a like you. We both know this isn't about our son. It's about your ego and your new girlfriend. When I get full custody, me and my new girlfriend are going to take him, move to a new state. You're never going to see him again. I'll see you. We are here today because the father has petitioned for full custody rights. Yes, Your Honor, I the hat, no hats. Okay, and your
Taking potatoes may feed my body, but a Bronco's feeding my soul.
asking my son to finish my sentence, but it's only going to be toxic things that my abusive parents used to say. Can I ask you a question? Can you finish mommy's sentence? Stop crying before I... And a what? Oh, you give a kiss. I love you, but I don't like... You don't like spiders? Yeah. Children should be singing and... playing at the fire party. Is that where you want to go? I'm your parent, not sure. I'm your mommy. I love you. Asking my son to finish my sentence, but it's only going to be toxic things that might be... I hate my mom and my grandma, but I love putting our business out there because it makes them so mad. When I was only 5 years old, my predator grandfather came up with the idea that he would pay my mom for me to help on the paper route, so I would be isolated and alone in a car with my predator grandfather at 3 o'clock. My grandma knew what was going on because she started treating me very differently than she treated my siblings. My grandma put plastic wrap on the furniture and then sheets on top of that, and right when I got to her house, she would make me take a bath and she would watch me and make sure that I scrubbed myself clean enough. She would make foods that she knew I didn't like so that she would have an excuse to punish me when I wasn't able to eat. My grandma really liked to celebrate holidays, but she just didn't like me. So every year on Easter, Halloween, Christmases, birthdays, you name it, she would go all out for my siblings and she would not include me. Yeah, so on Christmas Day, I had nothing to open unless my sister got me a gift, and she would have to give it to me secretly so that nobody would get mad at her that she got me a gift. My mom knew that I was being treated differently, and she said she did confront my grandma, and my grandma just said that she didn't like none of these things are normal. Your family shouldn't treat you like an outsider in any case or scenario. I hate my mom and my grandma, but I love putting our business out there because it makes them so mad. When I was only 5 years old, my predator grandfather came up with the idea that he would pay my mom for me to help on the paper route, so I would be isolated and alone in a car with my predator grandfather at 3 o'clock in the morning. My grandma knew what was going on because she started treating me very differently than she treated my siblings. My grandma put plastic wrap on the furniture and then sheets on top of that, and right when I got to her house, she would make me take a bath and she would watch me and make sure that I scrubbed myself clean enough. She would make foods that she knew I didn't like so that she would have an excuse to punish me when I wasn't able to eat. My grandma really liked to celebrate holidays, but she just didn't like me. So every year on Easter, Halloween, Christmases, birthdays, you name it, she would go all out for my siblings and she would not include me. Yeah, so on Christmas Day, I had nothing to open unless my sister got me a gift, and she would have to give it to me secretly so that nobody would get mad at her that she got me a gift. My mom knew that I was being treated differently, and she said she did confront my grandma, and my grandma just said that she didn't like me. None of these things are normal. Your family shouldn't treat you like an outsider in any case or scenario. I hate my mom and my grandma. Mount Everest ain't got shit on me. Mount Everest ain't got... I don't care! I don't like that thing. Hanging out with that done. You can't tell me who I can be friends with at school. Got the power right here, girl. So just beat me and get it over with. He's a bad influence, and if I find out you're hanging out with her, you're grass. Yep, I'm the worst daughter in the world because I stick up for myself. Maybe I can't stop you from hanging out in glass. That's fine, but I'll make sure you're busy after. So I'm a prisoner of this house? Been out for long because we're moving. What? Yes, Betty. Outside of your tiny little bubble, the world is going on and times is hard. We're losing the house? That's grown folks' business, but no, we're not losing it. We're giving it up. We're being evicted, are we? You're crossing a very thin line. Wipe that look off your face. Don't be giving us no attitude, girl. I'll get garbage bags in the morning to pack, and you're gonna pack my stuff first, because my back is bad. Don't be rolling your eyes at your mama either. Apologize! Girl? Sorry. Sorry what? Sorry, Mom. Try again! I'm sorry, ma'am. Now that's the kind of respect I'm talking about. Yeah. Now get the hell out of my sight, girl. Go!
Next day.
Garbage bags are over there. I want you to pack up my stuff first, because you know I got a bad back. You can't do it. My mom knew when the cops were coming, and she liked to punish me in little ways like this. Alright guys, come on, it's time to go. You gotta get out. I'm still packing. I didn't get any of my stuff. I grabbed all Mom's. That's tough, kid. Your parents will have to make arrangements to come get your stuff later. Everybody's gotta get out. I got court orders, so leave or get arrested. You have to have clothes for school. Hey, we ain't got no time for that, but you got my stuff, right? My stuff is upstairs. I'll just grab it and I'll be really good to your parents, kid. Come on, let's go. Once again, I'd like to remind everybody that these are my life stories and these are things that actually happened, not just something that somebody asked me to do in a comment section, like these cosplay. I don't care! I don't like that, Lexi. Do what you heard to do. You should know your place. You see here that you used a comma and a period? I think you used AI to write this, so I'm gonna give you a 0. That's what I think. My daughter was the worst in the world. She blamed me for everything, but it was her fault. This is her fault somehow, too. Sand on everything. Period. Excuse me, I'm on the phone. Can you see me talking? Play. I'm not gonna be my confession. My day youngsters and respect. Do what you heard to do. You should know your place. See here that you used a...
Really, Dawson? It was all right here. How could I miss it? I autopsied my own daughter. Oh.
Coming! The hell you all dressed up for, girl? I don't like all that makeup. Take it off now. Mom said I could wear it. Mama said, go take it off! What are you doing in here? That book looks evil. Hand it over. If you're eating all that, no wonder why you're so big, starting to look like your mom. I should forgive my parents without understanding exactly what they did me. My parents treated me very differently than my siblings. I was the only sibling who didn't get a birthday. I didn't get included at Christmas. I got to watch my 3 brothers and my older sister, who's 5 years older than me, celebrate, while I got nothing and watched everybody celebrate every year. This one really isn't all that bad compared to all the other things. My dad would beat me, and I don't say that in a light sense. I say that in a sense where I couldn't go to school because I had marks on me and he didn't want the teacher to see and CPS to get called again. And my mom wasn't innocent either because she would tell my dad to get me. If I did something that bothered my mom or irritated her, she would have my dad beat me. She would tell him to do it. That's what really irritates me the most about my mom is how much she loves to play innocent, like, oh, well, I'm not the one who did it, I just told him to do it. My dad is also a predator, and my mom knew about it. The police were called, and my mom told the cops that me and my sister lied because we weren't getting our way. And you're thinking it probably couldn't get much worse than that, right? My grandfather was also every single weekend, my mom got money for me to go work for him and be isolated and alone with him in a car at 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of nowhere. I told my mom the awful things that were happening to me, and she didn't care because she got money. I won't even bring up how we were starved and neglected and lived in unsafe, dirty environments. Even if I was capable of forgiving my parents, it wouldn't undo all the damage they caused. I have PTSD because of them. I hate my parents, but I love things out there because it makes them so mad. People tell me all the time that I should forgive my parents without understanding exactly what they put me through. My parents treated me very differently than my siblings. I was the only sibling who didn't get a birthday. I didn't get included at Christmas. I got to watch my 3 brothers and my older sister, who's 5 years older than me, celebrate, while I got nothing and watched everybody celebrate every year. This one really isn't all that bad compared to all the other things. My dad would beat me, and I don't say that in a light sense. I say that in a sense where I couldn't go to school because I had marks on me and he didn't want the teacher to see and CPS to get called again. And my mom wasn't innocent either because she would tell my dad to get me. If I did something that bothered my mom or irritated her, she would have my dad beat me. She would tell him to do it. That's what really irritates me the most about my mom is how much she loves to play innocent, like, oh, well, I'm not the one that did it, I just told him to do it. My dad is also a predator, and my mom knew about it. The police were called, and my mom told the cops that me and my sister lied because we weren't getting our way. And you're thinking it probably couldn't get much worse than that, right? My grandfather was also a predator, and every single weekend, my mom got money for me to go work for him and be isolated and alone with him in a car at 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of nowhere. I told my mom the awful things that were happening to me, and she didn't care because she got money. I won't even bring up how we were starved and neglected and lived in unsafe, dirty environments. Even if I was capable of forgiving my parents, it wouldn't undo all the damage they caused. I have PTSD because of them. I hate my parents, but I love putting our business out there because it makes them so mad. People tell me all the time that I should forgive my parents without understanding exactly what they put me through. My parents treated me very differently than my siblings. I was the only sibling who didn't get a birthday. I didn't get included at Christmas. I got to watch my 3 brothers and my older sister, who's 5 years older than me, celebrate, while I got nothing and watched everybody celebrate every year. This one really isn't all that bad compared to all the other things. My dad would beat me, and I don't say that in a light sense. I say that in a sense where I couldn't go to school because I had marks on me and he didn't want the teacher to see and CPS to get called again. And my mom wasn't innocent either because she would tell my dad to get me. If I did something that bothered my mom or irritated her, she would have my dad beat me. She would tell him to do it. That's what really irritates me the most about my mom is how much she loves to play innocent, like, oh, well, I'm not the one that did it, I just told him to do it. My dad is also a predator, and my mom knew about it. The police were called, and my mom told the cops that me and my sister lied because we weren't getting our way. And you're thinking it probably couldn't get much worse than that, right? My grandfather was also a predator, and every single weekend, my mom got money for me to go work for him and be isolated and alone with him in a car at 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of nowhere. I told my mom the awful things that were happening to me, and she didn't care because she got money. I won't even bring up how we were starved and neglected and